Tony Ngeni could be in trouble yet again, this time over his homecoming party to celebrate his release from jail. The former ANC chief whip is now facing charges of cruelty to animals.
A feast for Tony Ngeni's guests. A bull and 2 sheep were slaughtered at his parents' home for his homecoming party. And it's this photograph that's upset the Society for the Prevention of Animal Cruelty. It believes the animals were not killed humanely.
Our problem has always been the manner in which these animals are slaughtered, by way of the animal being speared or roughly handled or roughly transported. We are not against the practice of ritual slaughter. We do offer a free service. We will stun the animal, make sure that the animal has a humane death.
Venter says on Monday the SPCA will start gathering evidence for the investigation. If found guilty of animal cruelty, Ngeni faces a fine of up to 200,000 rand or a 1-year sentence. The animals were slaughtered to celebrate Ngeni's release from prison earlier this week. He'd served just 4 months of a 4-year jail sentence. Ngeni insists he was wrongly convicted of defrauding Parliament after receiving a discount on a luxury car from an arms deal bidder. So how does he feel about this latest legal challenge?
No comment.
Scheherazade Safle, E-News, Cape Town.
Well, that's not the only controversy over animals. Many homeowners have aggressive dogs to guard their properties, but this has led to an increasing number of attacks on innocent people. One of the latest victims, a young boy from Bloemfontein.
They're supposed to keep out trouble, but sometimes they cause it. 13-year-old Dominic Albertse was riding on his bicycle when 4 boerboel dogs attacked him.
I wanted to get back on my bike and get away, but the one dog jumped on me. Then they all started biting me.
A neighbour eventually came to his rescue, but not before the pack of dogs severely mauled the young boy, leaving deep bite marks all over his body. Doctors say if the attack lasted a few seconds longer, it could have cost him his life. The law requires that owners ensure that their dogs stay within the boundaries of their properties. Should a dog endanger the lives of humans, the municipality has the right to impound it or, in extreme cases, destroy it. Offending owners can get a fine or even a prison sentence. This is the yard where Dominic's attackers were kept. It clearly doesn't provide enough protection to passers-by. Dog experts say that although some breeds are more aggressive than others, it's often the way the animals are raised that determines whether they'll attack humans. As the mother of a child who's lying here today, I appeal to dog owners. Look after your animals so that people are protected. Charlene Stanley, E-News, Bloemfontein.
Well, university students are the latest victims of Zimbabwe's crumbling economy. Tuition fees have more than doubled there in recent semesters, and many students are now putting their lives at risk to try and get an education.
Nightclubs are popular with students in Harare, but some are not here for fun. They are out to earn a living by prostituting themselves. A University of Zimbabwe professor who has spent 5 years researching student prostitution says 15% of young women on campus are selling their bodies. One of them is this 18-year-old who calls herself Teriro. She spends 7 nights a week at clubs like this and says she has sex with as many as 3 men a night for 50 rand a time. With unemployment hovering around 80%, she says it's the only work she can find. But an estimated 1 in 5 people in her age group is infected with HIV. Some of her friends have died, others are terminally ill. But that's not stopping Teriro from hoping she'll beat the odds.
Things will become easier, and then when I finish school, I will leave this job, this prostitute.
Teriro says she'll do sex work for another 3 years, then hopes to achieve a middle-class life that many once took for granted.